Before participating in the following activity, there are some important things we want you to do. Please remember to practice physical distancing of at least 6 feet from anyone that is outside of your home. Wear comfortable and proper shoes. Make sure you have an open space around you with no objects or obstacles in the way. Use the proper equipment or alternative objects you can find in your home. And last, stay hydrated and have fun.
Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca and this is my athlete,
Kristen,
and we're here today from
Special Olympics Canada.
So our goal is to get you moving, and if you're new to Special Olympics, to introduce you to what we're all about. So today's practice is for current and aspiring middle distance runners. And Kristen's going to tell us what the middle distance running events are.
800, 1500, 3000, and 5000 meters.
So this practice is designed for those who are just getting into shape and for anyone who's been training throughout the spring and kind of the start of the summer, or who's been training throughout the entire year. So today we're going to start with a warm-up, and then we'll do a ladder where we go up and come back down as our main workout, and then we'll end with a cool down. So Kristen will be participating today in the practice. Kristen, can you tell us what events you do in track and field?
The events I do is shot put, javelin, 800, 200, 400, and standing long jump.
Awesome. So as I promised, we'll get started with our warm-up, and everything that we do is going to be dynamic so that we can get the blood flowing to our muscles so that we can safely do our practice. So we're actually going to start by laying down, and I'll show you, Kristen, what you can do, and then you can join me. So to make sure we keep the distance, I'm going to go over here. And Kristen, do you want to just put you can put the sign over there, and then you can just lay down where you are, or just sit down for now so you can watch what I do. So we're going to start with something called the pendulum swing. I'm going to lay on my back with my arms to the side, and I'm gonna have my legs up at a 90-degree angle. I'm gonna put my head back, and I'm gonna go slowly to the right side, not all the way, and then up, and then slowly to the left. Okay, you wanna try that, Kristen? Okay, so arms on the ground. Perfect, slowly to the left. Good, back to the center, then to the right, slowly. Good, back to the center, the other way, back to the center, the other way, back to the center, the other way, back to the center. Good. All right, the next one, we're gonna lay on our backs again, and we're gonna quickly pull our knee to our chest. And we're gonna do it so that we pull our left knee up 6 times and our right knee up 6 times. So watch what I mean, okay? So left, right, left. Okay, can you try it? Left, and then switch, good. Right, left 2, right 2, left 3, right 3, left 4, right 4, left 5, right 5, left 6, right 6. Awesome. All right, now we're going to stand up, and we're going to go up on our toes 10 times. You can come back on the pavement here. So we're gonna go up and down, 2, 3, you can count with me, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, this time instead of going up on our toes, we're gonna go up on our heels, so we won't quite go as high, okay? So, up. This one's a little bit harder, you got good balance. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, the next thing we're going to do is called a lunge matrix. So you're gonna watch me and then you'll do it with me, okay? So I'm gonna go forwards, sideways, Good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go forwards, back to the middle, sideways, and then backwards. Good. Let's do it again, the same leg. Forwards, sideways, and backwards. Same leg one more time. Forwards, sideways, and backwards. Okay, what do you think's coming next? Other leg. Okay, so Kristen's gonna try it on the other leg. So we're gonna go forwards, sideways, good, and backwards. Good. Make sure your feet are pointing forwards. Good. Kristen's gonna do it 2 more times just as I turn my page here. Okay, try it again, Kristen. So forwards, sideways, and backwards. Good. One more time. Awesome. All right, so now we're going to do a couple of drills, and we're trying to work with the space that we have. So I'd say that from here to over there is about 10 to 15 meters, so we're going to use that. So I'm going to show the skill, and then Kristen's going to try it. So the first one we're going to do is skipping with both arms going forwards. So it's going to look like this. All right, Kristen, let's see. Awesome. All right, and the next one is us skipping forwards, but our arms are going to go backwards this time, okay? So like this. All right, Kristen. Good. Okay, now we're going to do our A's, and our A's, as you guys saw in Janet's video, is kind of like marching. So we want to make sure our knees are high and our toe is pointed up, or rather our whole foot is pointed up. Now when I have my right hand up to the side of me, that's when I have my left leg up, okay? And vice versa. So when I have my left arm up, I have my right leg up. Okay, so I'm just gonna go for a little march. Hey, Kristen, you wanna follow me? Good. Nice A's. Good. Okay, this time we're doing the same thing, but we're doing it a little bit faster, almost like we're running at the same time, okay? So it's gonna look like this. Woo, good job, Kristen. Okay, our next one is called B's. Now these are a little bit harder because what you're actually gonna do is once your leg's up, you're gonna try and kick it out and then squish the bug in. So pretend like you're kicking a bug and then squishing it. If anyone finds this one too hard at home, you can just do the A's again because this one does take a little bit of practice, okay? So it'll look like this. So up, down. Okay, you can just do it nice and slowly. Good. Good job, Kristen. Awesome. And this time we're gonna do it at a faster pace, okay?
Okay.
So kind of like with the A's. So we're gonna go. Excellent. Okay, now this time we are kicking our own butts. So nobody can say that Rebecca kicked their butt today because you guys are kicking your own butts, okay? It's gonna look like this. Good. All right, this time we are going to do a lunge torso twist. Okay, so watch this. So I'm gonna lunge. I'm gonna stop, go left, come back to the middle, go right, then take my next step. Go right, middle, left. Okay? Step, left, middle, right, right, middle, left. Okay, you wanna try that one, Kristen?
Yep.
Okay, so lunge. Good. Yes. Good. Other one. Good. Left, middle, right. Good. Left, middle, right. Good. Awesome. Good. I like that you're trying to keep your toes pointing forward too. Good. Watch that back toe. Awesome. Try and move your whole body. There you go. Good work. Awesome. So focused. Excellent. So focused. Awesome. Now I think we've lucked out and we actually have some room over here on the trail, so we're gonna head back over there. Good. All right, so now Kristen is going to do 2 times about 30 meters strides. And so you can see that just down there, I've placed my red Special Olympic sweater, which may be about to get run over, about 30 meters away. So what Kristen is going to do is she's going to take off and gradually build up her speed so that by the time she reaches the red sweater, she's going at about 80% of her full speed. So she's not reaching maximum speed or race speed. She's just trying to reach about 80% of what her body can do. So she's building it up. And then you can just jog back really lightly, okay? Okay, Kristen, you ready? Go! Oh, there she goes, she's getting faster. Excellent. Easy jog back, easy jog back. Good. Sorry, go ahead. You thirsty, Kristen? Oh yeah. All right, Kristen, you're gonna do your next stride. Okay, same thing. I want you to just try to be a little bit lighter on your feet, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you ready? Go. Good, she's getting faster. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good, and light jog back. All right, are you feeling warmed up?
Yeah.
You ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so as promised, our workout is a ladder. So we're gonna go up it and then come back down. So the ladder is designed so that somebody who's just starting out running can do it, and if you need to walk at certain points during it, that's no problem at all. I'm hoping Kristen will be able to jog for all of it, but if she needs to do a little bit of walking, that's okay. For those of you guys who have been training, I'll tell you sort of what percentage you can reach on each part of the ladder so that we build it up and then we'll come back down. So we're gonna start with 2 minutes of running / jogging, okay? And then you're gonna do 1 minute of walking. Then we're gonna do 3 minutes of running / jogging, 1 minute of walking. Can you guess how many minutes the next set of running will be?
I don't know.
We go from 2 to 3 to
4?
4, yes. Then the 1 minute of walking, and then we're gonna come back down the ladder. Then we do 3 minutes of running / jogging, and then 1 minute of walking, and then 2 minutes of running / jogging, and then we'll do a 5-minute walk together.
Yeah.
Sounds good?
Yep.
Okay, so I don't want you to go out of my sight, so I'm gonna have Kristen run to the equipment down there that they fenced off.
Sure.
You're just gonna run there and then loop back, and again, just make sure you keep your 6 feet away from all of these people, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Then when Kristen hears me blow the whistle once, she'll do her walking. Then when she hears the double whistle, she's going to
Walk.
She's gonna try to jog it.
Jogging.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just let these guys go by. And I need to grab my timer so that I don't have Kristen running for an hour without me noticing. Okay.
Good job.
Alright, so you'll start with just easy jogging for 2 minutes, okay? Now for anyone who's been training all along, for these 2 minutes, you would want to do or go at approximately 60% of your 800 meter race pace. Or if you don't do 800 meters and you're more of like 1500 or 3000 meter runner, you can go at 60% of that pace. Okay, but Kristen's just gonna try to jog for the 2 minutes. So I'm just gonna get the stopwatch. All right, Kristen, you look ready for your 2 minutes of jogging. You ready? Set, go. Excellent. Now, while Kristen's doing her 2 minutes here, I'm going to give you guys a couple of my favorite grocery shopping tips. So I've actually gone grocery shopping with Kristen before. We went together back in 2014 before she went to nationals, just to help her improve her nutrition a little bit before games. And these are some of the tricks that I taught her. So one of my favorite ones is shopping around the outer perimeter of the grocery store, because that's where you'll find they have the fruits and vegetables, the bakery section where you can get your whole wheat bread, the meats, and then the dairy products. It's when you start to go down into the aisles that we get to some of the foods that are not so healthy. Another one of my tips, great job there, Kristen. Good, you can turn around and go back there, is that if food is made in a plant, it's not as good as foods that are grown on plants or foods that come from nature. Walking, awesome. Walk. Good. All right, my next tip is that you have to be careful with sugar because it actually sneaks into a lot of different items. So if you're buying something like 100% pure orange juice, you know that the sugars are naturally occurring sugars and they're okay. But if you see that there's a lot of sugar in things like cereal, granola bars, and yogurts, those are the ones that you'll want to avoid. My last one is that the whiter the bread, the faster you're dead. So make sure you look for whole grain products. Are you ready for your 3 minutes of jogging?
Yeah.
All right, ready, go. Good. For those of you who have been training, you can go at 70% race pace of your longest middle distance event. Okay, so while Kristen is doing her 3 minutes up the ladder, I wanted to tell you guys about some important items that you should always bring to track and field practice, as well as any track and field competitions that you go to. So the first one is proper shoes and socks, which I'll tell you a little bit more about later. The next thing is a uniform, if that's something required by your team. Always make sure that you're wearing sunscreen and that you've put it on well before practice so that you're not waiting for it to settle in while you're already out in the sun. If it's sunny out, remember to bring your hat and sunglasses. Always bring your water bottle and an extra water bottle if possible. A sweater just in case it gets cold. Sometimes in the evenings it gets a little bit chilly out. A rain jacket. I know that might sound a little crazy, but we've had practices before where it's just started raining out of the blue. And the last and final thing is to always bring your best attitude. For competition, remember to always bring the items that you would bring to practice, as well as a few more items. So I find that bringing a chair is always helpful because oftentimes at competitions there's nowhere to sit and you'll want to be able to hang out somewhere while you're not competing. Extra snacks. An umbrella if you have one for the sun, because oftentimes it is a very sunny day when we're at a track and field meet. I love the little spray bottles. I fill them up with cool water, and they're really great to keep you a little bit cooler. And remember to bring healthy snacks such as a banana, apple, trail mix, pretzels. As long as no one on your team is allergic to it, you could bring peanut butter and jelly on whole wheat bread. All right, let's see where Kristen is at. So Kristen's doing her 1 minute of walking, and her mom, Eddie, who also coaches in Caledon, has joined her. All right, so we're gonna have Kristen start running again. If you've been training, you can go at 80% of your longest middle distance event race pace. Next, I'm going to give you guys some shoe tips, and I was able to get some help with some of these from Coach Jen from Grimsby, so thank you, Jen, for helping us with this. So when you're buying your shoes, make sure that you buy a running shoe and not a cross trainer. Next, make sure that when you're trying on your shoes, there's a little bit of space between your toe and the end of the shoe, because when you're running, your feet will swell a little bit, so you want to make sure you have enough room for that. Your shoes should be comfortable, and if they're starting to break anywhere or the treading on the bottom is starting to wear out, then you definitely need to replace them. If you just got a new pair of shoes, try to break them in slowly. You definitely don't want to wear them on a long run or to a competition, because you might give yourself some blisters, which are not so comfortable. When you're buying socks, make sure that your socks are not cotton and that they're moisture wicking to help prevent blisters and keep your feet more comfortable. And lastly, make sure, just like in my shoe, that when you have your shoes on over top of your socks, that you can see the entire outer edge of your sock. That way you know that your shoe won't be giving your feet blisters anywhere. Good job, Kristen. Awesome. If you need to walk for a little bit, no worries, okay? You're halfway through the 4 minutes. Good work, good work. So Kristen has just less than a minute left of her 4 minutes. Good job, Kristen. 20 more seconds. Awesome. All right, you can turn around and just start walking, okay, for your 1 minute of walking. Excellent. You made it up the ladder. All right, so we're going to get Kristen running again for 3 minutes here. There she goes. If you've been training, you can go at 70% of your longest middle distance event race pace for these 3 minutes coming down the ladder. Now, while Kristen is running here for 3 minutes, I have some Special Olympics trivia for you guys. So I will pause before I give you the answer, so do your best and we'll see what you guys know. So my first question for you is, what is the only organization in the world besides the Olympics that can use the word Olympics? Special Olympics. My next question is, when did Special Olympics start and who started it? So the Special Olympics movement was founded by Eunice Kennedy Shriver, with the very first event held in 1968, so 52 years ago, on Soldier Field in Chicago. My next question, what is the name of the Canadian who researched fitness programs with people with disabilities and caught the attention of the Kennedy Foundation that started Special Olympics? So really we could say that it started with a Canadian. All right, his name was Dr. Frank Hayden, and some of you guys may have met Dr. Frank Hayden. Next, how many sports programs does Special Olympics Ontario offer? It's a big number. All right, the answer is 18. Next question, where did this year's National Games take place? Thunder Bay, Ontario. Bonus question, did you attend? All right, the next one, how many districts is Special Olympics Ontario divided into? Lucky number 7. And just so you know, Caledon is part of the GTA district, which stands for Greater Toronto Area. What is the name of the health program offered by Special Olympics? Healthy Athletes. And some of the programs it offers are Opening Eyes, Healthy Hearing, and Special Smiles. All right, one last question. Can you name one of the 2 events put on by the Etherington family that supports Special Olympics athletes across Canada? And I'll give you a hint. They both involve dressing up. All right, so one of the events is called the Limitless Gala, and the other is the Motion Ball Gala. And it is time to get Kristen walking. We're gonna get Kristen to start her final 2 minutes coming down the ladder of jogging. Good work, Kristen. Final 2 minutes, okay? Awesome. Turn it around. Good. For those of you who have been training for these final 2 minutes coming down the ladder, you can go at 60% race pace of your longest middle distance event. I'm gonna give you guys my final set of tips, which are around sleep hygiene. So these are some tips to help ensure that you get a healthy night's sleep every night. So first of all, don't look at a screen 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. So this includes looking at your cell phone, iPad, or television or computer. Try and avoid that 1 to 2 hours before you're going to go to bed. Make sure you try to cover your window with dark curtains so that you don't have any light pollution coming in. Try to go to bed at the same time every night if you can, so you can get into a nice routine. Exercise and be active during the day to help you get a good night's rest. Don't drink caffeine, so no coffee, no soft drinks, and no eating chocolate starting in the afternoon, as this can keep you up at night. And lastly, try to create a relaxing routine before bedtime. So this could include yoga, a shower, listening to music, or reading. And we're gonna have Kristen do her final little bit of walking here at the end, and I'm going to join her for it. All right, so I'm gonna go join Kristen for 5 minutes of walking.
You know what Roblox is, right? Feeling good, Kristen? Yeah. Woo, look at that smile. Halfway.
Almost peed on my okay.
Everybody's out running. Okay, so we have finished all of our walking and running, and now we're going to do some static stretching to help cool ourselves down. Does that sound good, Kristen? Okay, so let's pick a spot on the grass and we'll go through that. All right, so Kristen is drinking lots of water now to stay hydrated. Okay, so we're gonna start with a forward lunge. We're just gonna hold it. Make sure both of our toes are pointing forwards. Bit of pressure down. There we go. And we're gonna come up and switch. Got some music going. All right, come up. This time we're gonna make sure both of our toes are pointing forward. We're gonna step out to the side. Put a little bit of weight on the side you stepped out on. Good, and come back up to the middle and switch. Now, Kristen, how's your balance?
Good.
It's good? Okay, if you want, you can grab onto the pole over there if you need to. I'm going to lift my right leg, hold my foot, and make sure my knee is pointing down. Just like that. Perfect. Good. You feel the stretch? Now you should feel it in through here. Excellent. Slowly put your leg down. Switch legs. This time your left leg. Good. Perfect, Kristen. Excellent. Good. All right, now we're going to put it down, and now we're actually going to sit. And we're going to put our, let's see what leg you put forward. I'm going to start with my left. You can start with your left, yep. And try to grab your toes. Kristen makes it look so easy. Kristen, can you tell everyone where you went earlier this year? Way up north in Ontario?
I went to Thunder Bay for 5-pin bowling, and I came home with 2 goals.
Ooh, awesome. And what team did you represent?
Team Ontario.
Excellent. All right, slowly come up and switch legs. Good. And what other sports do you participate in?
In the winter, I do swimming, bowling, soccer, and basketball. In the summer, I do bocce, track, softball, and outdoor soccer.
Wow. We're gonna put both legs forward now. And how do you have all the time to do all those sports?
Because I like to stay active and busy.
Excellent. And who helps get you there?
My mom.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Okay, the next one we're going to do is actually called cat to cow. Okay? So I'm going to show you how it looks. So I'm going to make sure that my knees are underneath my hips and my hands are just below my shoulders, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go from being a curled up cat to being a cow. Okay, back to cat. And then a cow. Good, back to cat. And then a cow. Okay, now we're going to lie on our back. And I'll just show you first what I'm going to do and then you can try it, okay?
Yep.
So I'm gonna keep, for the first one, I'm going to keep my right leg down. I'm gonna put my left leg up and I'm gonna hold it at the back with my hands. Okay, so it'll look like this. And I'm trying to pull my leg up as high as I can get it comfortably, just so I can feel a nice stretch through here, okay? All right, give it a try. Good, now slowly put that leg down and grab the other leg, same thing. Excellent. Good, do you feel it, Kristen?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kristen worked really hard, so it's important that she cools down. Good, and we're going to slowly bring it down and then sit up. All right, so this time we're going to cross one of our legs over like this in a V shape. Yeah, and then we're going to go the opposite way. Good. Perfect. You feel the stretch? Good. All right, slowly come out of that and we'll switch sides. Excellent, and we're going to end by doing a couple of exercises standing up. So this one is called the warrior pose. So we're gonna lunge and then bring our arms up to the sky, okay? So I'm gonna lunge and bring my arms up and hold that. Excellent. Reach as high as you can. Try and touch the sky. Feel the stretching in your arms and your side. Good, now slowly bring it down and we're gonna go the opposite, or with the other leg, okay? So lunge, bring the arms up. And we're starting to get some mosquitoes, are you feeling them? Okay, reach for the sky, reach for the sky. Excellent, now we're slowly gonna stand up. And this time we're gonna try and go all the way down to touch our toes, which I think Kristen can do, makes it look easy. Good, and just hold that. Good, now slowly come up. Got some bugs in my face. All right, go down again. Grab those toes again. Good, now slowly come up. All right, to end, we're gonna do one of my favorites, okay? So we're gonna come down, bring it up, reach as high as you can, all the way to the sky. Ignore the bugs that are flying in your face. Good, and slowly come down again. And back up. Excellent. We are all done. So thank you everyone who joined us tonight. I hope you enjoy your workout and be sure to take a screenshot or a photo of the workout so you can bring it with you to your local park. Bye for now.
Bye for now.